So last night at about 9:57 p.m., our officers responded to this location for a report of a shooting that had just occurred. Within 2 to 3 minutes, our officers arrived on scene and did in fact confirm that there was a shooting that had occurred. There were multiple callers from the neighborhood that had heard the sounds and called in, and also a reporting party ended up being the actual shooter. That person was compliant with officers and did come out of the residence when requested, was detained on scene, and ultimately interviewed and provided a statement to law enforcement.
Okay.
Obviously a statement.
At this point, that individual has been arrested and booked into the Wayne Brown Correctional Facility on 2 counts of homicide. The shooter does live on this property in one of the dwelling units. This property is laid out with at least 3 opportunities for dwelling units: the main home, another residence, and then kind of a basement area.
Okay.
And the basement area is the location where the 2 decedents were staying.
Okay, they were staying in a basement home. And where did the alleged shooter live?
In another dwelling unit on the property.
Okay. So in regards to the main home, what is the story there? Who lives there? Are they still here on the scene? Were they here when this happened?
That person is the landlord to the premise, and it's my understanding he was on scene, and I don't know if he's on scene right at the moment, but was during the incident.
Have you ever had calls to this location before? Any signs of trouble here?
I don't have that history with me.
Then secondly, between the 2 people who are dead and then the suspect, what was the relationship between them?
We're still investigating the exact relationship between the parties. What we do know is that there was at least a relationship where they knew each other from this aspect that they lived on the same premise.
They were basically neighbors. Okay. The 2 who were killed, what is their relationship to each other?
That I don't know.
Okay. Do you have a general idea of their ages?
There is a female who's in approximately her mid-20s, and a male who's between his 20s and 30s.
Okay.
Have they been in the area for a while? They have family nearby, or are you in contact with family?
So as far as the victims go, we're not releasing their identity, and we're pending notification of next of kin after final identification is made, and that'll be under the purview of the Nevada County Coroner's Office.
And
do you have the races of the people involved, the suspect and the 2 victims?
I do not.
Okay.
And the shooting was, I overheard you say, partially inside, outside, which would be why they heard it so loudly in the neighborhood?
Correct. It's my understanding that the male subject was the first one who was shot, and it occurred near the threshold of the door, the suspect, and then the female was the second one to be shot, and she was a distance away from there.
And your report said multiple gunshots each. So.
Correct. We received reports of somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 gunshots.
And there's a social media page of someone with this same name, and he just expressed a lot of anger towards different groups of people, including like the homeless, Muslims. Is there any indication this is a hate crime?
There is no indication at this point that this is a hate crime. It doesn't appear that that's a factor, and I'm not sure exactly what social media platform you looked at, but it is believed there is a social media account associated with this person, but we still need to positively identify all that before we're going to release a lot of information related to that.
All right.
Recover a firearm?
We did recover the firearm that was used in the shooting, and so that's in our custody.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Chief.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else?